Yeah, no, that's, like, with stuff like the shotguns and that, you just accept. Give me your hunting knife. You just accept you're covering the road with bodies. And that's fine. Like, I haven't been driving through Ekron anymore because there's just nothing I need here. So, I don't mind too much dumping the bodies in the middle of the road anymore. During the helicopter that, like the last one we had a katana. So we did that. Giving the crawler a wide berth because they can grab your ankle if you stay near them too close, too long. When you're driving through, it can damage your car's suspension and tires. In addition, the physics get really... Okay, new plan, we're turning around. But yeah, so it's bad for your cars and all that. It also can, like, really mess with the physics. So you can actually, like, ramp your car and do ridiculous jumps that get yourself killed by hitting piles of bodies. So generally you do want to try and keep the bodies out of the road when you've got cars driving around. When you don't have cars, really, it's not an issue. Gotta group them all back up again, because we're getting too spread out. The shotgun might break before I run out of ammo. There's actually a really good chance it breaks before I run out of ammo. Surprisingly, it's not... Hey, hey. Don't sneak up. That's not nice. Thank you. Yeah, that's always been the way I've been. It's very methodical about a lot of stuff. Especially with games like this, you kind of have to be. Well, shotgun's broken. Yeah, I don't think this is my record. On the last time we did this run, I did the same kind of idea, but in the gated community of Riverside. That would probably be the most we killed in one day. This is probably the second most, though. And it might get us over that count by the time we're done. I didn't keep the actual count, though, so I couldn't tell you. Okay. I don't think we're over 1,000. I think we're somewhere around 800-ish kills today, I would guess. It's a lot. Yeah, we got pushed all the way out of town, but that's kind of what you expect. But I mean, we almost increased the number of zombies we've killed by pretty close to 10% in a single day, so... I lied, my math is totally wrong. We, 8%, not 10%. Wait, yeah, never mind, that's close to 10%. What are we talking about? Yep. Yeah, but we started, like, I got to 10,000 kills, I think, yesterday in game. Alright, we pushed her, so we know for a fact that there's a second zombie aggroed. Because you won't push with a hunting knife unless there's another zombie aggroed, or like rare other conditions, but otherwise you won't. We're not ready for sleep yet, and we got plenty of vitamins, so it's time for vitamins. An entire container of vitamins will bring your sleepiness down by 20%. So they're really good when you know you're going to be pushing about how much you can get done a day. You can just choke down a bunch of vitamins and keep going. I don't know how much the coffee grounds are. I actually almost never end up using the coffee grounds. Not for any particular reason, it just doesn't happen often. Like, it isn't a strategic choice or anything, it's just... I just don't end up doing it. Just gonna eat the entire fish fillet right now. Yeah, so I figured we're gonna have a bunch of actual hordes. From all the zombies that got left behind, they'll naturally want to group up again, so... There's gonna be so many weapons that are worth picking up that I'm just not going to. Because I won't know they're here, because just how many zombies we killed. But I was watching for anything like katanas or machetes, and I didn't see anything like that, and I didn't see a large backpack either. Oh yeah, that fire axe. Good luck with me finding that ever. Like, if I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. That's why I keep this window open, is just in case we walk over a body. And something exciting pops by. Pretty sure you have a bread knife. Okay. I can't tell. I think that's a bread knife, but it could be a machete. Yeah, it's a bread knife. Bread knives always look nice. Oh, you just lost a character because of machete? Yeah. Our cryogenic winter run ended because, or sorry, katana. Our cryogenic winter run ended because of a katana. We just started obliterating zombies and just, you get such a Superman complex. Alright, we got more. And the reason I switched to the hunting knife is the metal pipe I'm using uses a lot of stamina to swing. So I don't want to use it when I'm getting close to exerted. So when we got kind of close to exerted, we immediately popped over to our hunting knife, because I can basically fight with it almost all day and never have to worry about exertion. And since we're a long way from home, I'm probably going to have to fight a lot of zombies. Wasn't the fireman axe, like, in downtown, not far from the car? Alright, we must still have an Agor pushing her. There you are. Still pushing, so we must have another. Got two of them. That's interesting. That shouldn't have finishing moved. Yeah, I thought we killed it in town. Now I can't remember if we killed it right away or was down the road. There's a good chance we just don't find it, because this is one of the down things of these types of fights. Is you're killing so many zombies that you can't realistically find all the loot. It's you have to like specifically go, that's the one I need to watch out for. But when you're killing like having 1,000 in a day, you just accept there's a lot of good stuff that's just never going to get found. I want the hunting knife, so follow me to the open spot. Die. Okay. So we're probably going to need those hunting knives. I knew I saw one up here. I'm actually surprised they guessed where it was going to be. Sure, I can show skills. So we're right about to hit, oh, yeah, that's fine. We're right about to hit Fitness 5, or Strength 6, which will be really nice. We start at 0-0. Nimble is a good ways towards 4. Our combat skills are coming along real well. I gotta get out of my way, one moment. More coming. I wish, so, and I only mention this because I come from playing a lot of Path of Exile. I do wish there was like the idea of a loot filter where I could sit there and say, hey, you know what? Let me just like right click on this type of item and say, I don't care about this type of item. So I could just like right click on the pants and say like deprioritize it. And so it'd always show them at the bottom like grayed out. So the stuff you want would just naturally bubble up to the top. Yeah, so everything's going along pretty well. So you notice, just this one day with shotgun, one shotgun, we got to almost 5 aim. So that is something special about the shotguns, is you do level aim much, much faster. Thank you for the follow, Gentleman Gene. If I mispronounce that, please let me know, and I'll try and do better future. Welcome to the stream. And I'm actually going to repair that shotgun because it has a whole bunch of mods on it and all that I like. I have been playing this character, and this is talking about in-game time, 3 months, 21 days. But when the character started out, we had 0 skills, 0 fitness, 0 strength. It is a 0 to hero build. And before anyone goes, do I recommend this build? No. it is a terrible build. If you're a beginning player, it's a terrible build. If you're an advanced player, it is also a terrible build. It is just an objectively bad build. But I enjoy the whole zero to hero thing, where at the beginning fighting zombies is extraordinarily hard, and then eventually you just start smashing zombies. Like, to give you an idea, when I start the character, we have a carry weight of 6 kilograms. Which means, between weapons, water, food, I can only carry 6 kilograms. And, like, a water bottle is just shy of 1 kilogram by itself. Oh, I used that too long. We pushed into moderate exertion. That is what it is. I can't fix it now. Yep. If you carry a decent amount towards your total weight, you will get strength. That was a dangerous push. So sometimes when you push, it'll like lock you in place. Like it'll go for like a strong shove or whatever. And that's what happened there that almost got us in trouble. Luckily, we've got enough nimble we were able to just step out of problem. Nimble affects the movement speed you have while you're holding your weapon out ready. Yep, nice bottle of water. But yeah, no, you can actually, you can gain strength either by doing fitness stuff, like exercise. You can gain strength by carrying too much. You can gain strength by just bludgeoning zombies with things. Like, that's the nice thing about the passive skills, is almost everything you do just gives you tiny, tiny bits of it. It just takes a while. But just quote-unquote playing the game, you'll get those stats. Now granted, getting to like 9 and 10, good luck. The grind is real. Yep. You'll notice I just have a playstyle that is slow and meticulous. I take my time. I very seldom run. I, like, absolutely prefer short blades. I'm trying to not get drowsy. So, like, if I get drowsy, my stamina recharge gets much slower. So I'm just holding off sleep. I mean, the shotgun thing is an exception. Now, granted, we still do get a pretty... Alright, I found her axe. That's standing out quite a bit. Like, you notice, since we put away the shotgun and we pulled out our knife and that, where did you two come from? It has been just steady, meticulous, one by one. Take our time. No need to take any risks. Yeah, so we're using the vitamins to stave off sleep. I hope I can actually carry this fire axe without going into heavy, because if we go heavy, that's not a pet. Okay, we're alright. Because I can go into fairly heavy load. That's okay, but heavy load would not be okay, because it slows us down and drains stamina and all sorts of awful. Oh, I just wanted to keep stabbing. I didn't want to push there. There's plenty of a window that we could have gotten a good 3-4 stabs, which would have been a kill. But yeah, when you're low fitness, short blades are your friend. Other than the meat cleaver. The meat cleaver actually does use a decent amount of stamina, but all the rest of them don't use hardly any stamina. So, like, with this, if I was using an axe or a crowbar, I would have nothing left. Like, we would just be completely tapped out. But, using a hunting knife, you notice I'm just going through dozens and dozens of zombies. Stamina's fine. Oh yeah, most people do, and like that's like if honestly, if I were to recommend builds for beginners, you want to have a decent amount of strength and fitness. You probably also want keen hearing as a perk that is like hands down probably the best perk in the game. That's how far I can see behind me. So getting like 1.5 to 2 times as much chance to react to something behind me, that just saves your life. Lucky's good. Lucky's just extra loot. Just free loot is basically what Lucky is. Every time you go for loot, you just sometimes get a little more. Then fast learning is also. So, do you mean the starting build I started or the one I'd recommend for beginners? Because the build I started with on this one was weak, obese, unfit, and slow healer as my negatives, and then I still have all the positives, which would be cat's eye, dexterous, outdoorsman, wakeful, lucky, eagle eye, fast learner, keen hearing, organized, and thick skin. But it's not a good build. Just prefacing this is a bad build, objectively bad. For like an actual good build, get a lot of fitness, get a lot of strength, find a couple negatives you can live with, keen hearing. Yeah, anytime you bring in like mods or anything like that, just anything I tell you, it depends on the mods. Like the mods change all the rules, and I don't know all the mods super well. So like extra traits, dynamic traits, when people like bring up those, they're like, "Oh yeah, what do you think about the blind trait?" I'm like, "I have no idea what the blind trait even is. I can guess, but I don't like I run very, very light on mods." Almost all my mods are UI or informational. Very, very few, if any, gameplay differences. Like right now, the only gameplay difference I have that's meaningful is we use Pillow's random spawn mod, which just means I don't get to choose where we spawn. We just get dumped someplace. And that's just the way it is. And I kind of like that because it forces me to learn different locations on the map versus like after a while you'll go, oh, I like this location, I'll just spawn here. And you just keep spawning there, and that's just the one area of the map you know, and the rest of the map, not so much. So I've grown to like absolutely love Pillow's random spawn mod. Yeah. And not tracking down every zombie, we're just trying to get home at this point. Because I'm only staying from being sleepy by chugging vitamins at a rapid succession. Yep. Yep. That's the thing, like, I did the same thing, is I had, like, 2 places I would choose to spawn. If I was going for, like, an actual run, I'd start at Riverside, because it's one of the easier places to start. If I was doing, like, a try-hard run or whatever, something, like, really, really challenging, then I would start at West Point, because that's the most difficult place to start, in my opinion. Yeah. Like, that's one of the nice things about the game, is it isn't like if you do not have this trait, like, you have no chance or anything. Like, there isn't some, this is ideally, like, objectively the best build. Like, people will go to absolute war about this trait's better than that trait. This other trait you say is amazing is trash. Like, people will argue to no end. You'll have people go, oh, that's free points. Go ahead and choose that negative. It's fine. And I would argue there isn't a single negative that's truly free points. It's just they're all very easy to well, most, I should say, are very easy to manage. So I do appreciate that, like, people can't, like, have a consensus about what's best. Because that's a sign that you actually have decent balance in your game. Like, for me personally, keen hearing is the single most, like, best trait in the game, because just having that extra cushion behind you to spot stuff, like, I can't tell you how many times it saved my neck. Right. Now, I would argue they're not wrong. And the reason I'd say they're not wrong is because so many of the negative traits are very easy to manage. And with that, it's like, okay, well, if it's just that easy to manage, who cares? Right, and that's the thing, there's so many of the traits that just... Okay, you just have one thing you have to do. Like, people go, oh, well, thirst is 3 points. I'm like, I don't like needing more water, personally. Not even from, like, the difficulty. I just don't like having to either carry more water or anything. Like, that one, to me, is a very not 3 points one. But, like, outside of deaf and illiterate, and, I'd say deaf and illiterate, like, those are the only ones I'm like, there's just no managing that. All the other ones, like, you can work around a lot of them. Yep, no problem. Yeah, deaf and illiterate is, I want a run, and I'm going to choose these negative traits, because it defines that entire run. That's how severe they are. Because, like, illiterate, okay, you can't read the books to gain skills, and that doesn't seem like a big deal, and you're like, right, but you also can't read the generator book, you can't read the herbalism book, you can't read, like, any of the magazines for the recipes. It is rough. And then deaf means you cannot use the television, you cannot use the emergency radio channel, you can't hear the zombies, you can't hear house alarms, car alarms, the helicopter. If there is, that's new, because I've done deaf runs, and you absolutely could not use a TV the last time I did it. Like, I thought the wiki was like, yeah, there weren't, like, in the 1990s, which is when this game takes place, having television with subtitles provided was not a normal thing. Like, some very few select areas would offer, and that was about it. But yeah, now granted, my deaf run was before the multiplayer update. Like deaf run is fun. If you're ever someone who's like, oh, I'm getting to the point where the game, like, doesn't feel that challenging or whatever, do a deaf run. It changes your entire way you play the game. And, like, nighttime, when you can't have poor visibility, is absolutely terrifying in Def Run. Like, when you can't see anywhere, it's like, well, I can't see and I can't hear. I'm just going to go huddle in the corner and just hope this all works out, because there's nothing I can do to help myself. You know, like, every door opening is like, you pop the door and get ready to, you know, fight or run or whatever. Yep, our character's been awake for over 24 hours. Yep, we choked down, I think it was 3 containers of vitamins, staving off sleep as best we can. Like, if I have to, I'll circle back to one of those houses and clear it out again, and we'll sleep in a house down there, but I would like to just get home. Because home is where the weapons are. I think I have a little coffee at home. We actually, in this character, honestly, if you look at our map there, you'll notice only a couple houses have circles on it, and that's for almost 4 months in the game. That's all the more houses we've looted, is like that and like 2 or 3 farmhouses to the south. And an ice cream shop. Otherwise, like, everything else we've gotten has been from farming, fishing, foraging, and many, many, many dead zombies. I accidentally went too long in the pipe again. I mean, we're alive 4 months and we're constantly fighting. Like, fighting is really good fitness in this game. You just keep on fighting. Fishing. Fishing is arguably the best way to keep your weight up. You just go to a lake, pull up fish. Congratulations, you're gaining weight. Put it in your mouth. If you need weight faster, just put more in your mouth more aggressively faster. Basically, fishing is how you gain weight if you're near water. Trapping is how you gain weight if you're not near water. Fishing is much easier to do without as much overhead because, you know, you don't need bait or anything. You just take wooden spears and you poke the water. I personally find traps to be more effort. Like, you have to set them up, you have to have bait to put in them, which means I have to have food to get food. Whereas again, all I do is like, oh, the weather sucks. Alright, well, let me grab a spear and I'll poke the water for a while. Fast forward. There's our van. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong, it's the same here. Our fitness is almost a full point behind strength. That's actually a little bit over a full point behind strength. So you do get strength much faster. That's mostly because, like, having extra, like, where we're currently fairly overburdened. Like, I want to say if you're over 60% your carry weight, I don't remember the exact cutoff, you will gain strength slowly just from walking around with having that much stuff on you. And it could be certain weapons help with certain stats more. I don't know. I use a lot of short blades and crowbars. Very specifically. Alright, that one had a hunting knife in the middle of the road, right on the stripe. Yep, we did pass 11,000 kills. So, when we talked about getting 1,000 kills, we are at the point we have made 1,000 kills since the last time our character slept. We have crossed that line now. But yeah, we started the day at about like 1,000 something 100 kills or something like, or 1,000, I forget. It was over 1,000 kills. Where's our hunting knife? I would like that, please. There. Because I use my fair share of hunting knives, as you can probably imagine. We actually gave only a couple days, like only a day or two ago, I think, maybe 3 days actually at this point. Ellen got to have a proper bath. And like, I didn't think we used the water in there. I think we actually used our sink water because it was raining. So you notice that zombie? And I did that also as like kind of as a demonstration more than anything. I could have run down, but I ran right at them. If you're running and you bump into a zombie, you'll just shove it out of the way. Unless something's like really wrong. Oh, get out of here. Glad I was carrying those 3 tubes of vitamins on us. And this is one reason why I recommend keeping at least 1 tube of vitamins on you at all times. And then if you know the helicopter's coming, it's worth grabbing like an extra bottle of water and some extra tubes of vitamins, just because sleep and dehydration are usually your first threats when it comes to wearing out. Okay, and I can check the skills here in a moment. I'm juggling stuff. Alright, we can just go right for the axe. Skills are going well. We're right about to hit fitness 4. We're right about to hit strength 5. Or I'm sorry. We're right about to hit fitness 5, strength 6. We have nimble of 3 with a pretty good progression towards 4. Almost all of our combat skills are at 5 at this point. Some getting pretty close to 6. All the crafting stuff, it's basically cooking, carpentry, and farming are really high, tailoring's really high, and everything else is crap. And then aiming, because we went on a shotgun rampage here a minute ago, we went with 1 shotgun from nothing to almost 5 shotgun skill before the shotgun broke. Look, zombies, I really do need to get home. It's been a long, crazy day and night, and now another day. And we're actually getting a pretty good ways into this day. Like, I just pulled an all-nighter using a shotgun on you all. I need a break. Oh yeah, the vehicles in this game use like no gas. They use more than no gas at all while idling, but it is a very negligible part. So you can be pretty abusive about your gas use and not have to worry. That's more salad than we needed. That's fine. We're not going to fight all these little groups, because the last couple times we've done this, we've gotten back home and found our home just tons of zombies around. Yes. I believe you need a welding mask and a propane torch. Excuse you. No trespassing? They did see me. I was gonna pull the van up first, shut it off, and then do all this. Interesting. It might be a specific, like, there's different types of metal fences. It could be there are some that you can, some that you can't. Like, if you're talking, like, the big metal wrought iron ones, I don't think you can take those apart, but the lower, like, chain link metal ones, you can take those apart. Because I remember a lot of people like to take apart the chain link ones, because I want to say it gives you, I think it's pipes and bars or something like that. Weird. Not that I've done it forever. I thought people did that. I could be wrong. Okay. So before sleep sets in, let's do one lap around the building, deal with the zombies floating here, so that we don't wake up with stuff being banged on. Yes, I did build this space from scratch. You know how the other day we actually came out here and we chopped down all of these trees because I couldn't see and I didn't like it because I was concerned about for my safety? That may have just saved our base a lot of damage here. Because you can see where I had cut down all those trees, like, and it was all the way over here. And we saw that horde approaching before they actually reached us. Let's check on our generator. Generator's fine. Next time we shut it off, we want to do repairs, though. Okay, the entire perimeter of defense is still intact. Awesome. Okay, so we do have a bunch of zombies in the area, but we're tired. The character's put through, been put through enough. We're gonna go take a sleepy sleep. Meanwhile, where are other shotguns? Oh, they're over here. Good. Cool. So that's all repaired. I'm going to put it back in this shelf. For our next helicopter party. Then I don't have quite as much ammo as I'd like for a rampage. Let's see. Keep the hand axe on us. Keep all that on us. We have a fireman's axe. Let's grab some more vitamins. I should... Oh, I need one more thing of beta blockers. I think we used those up. Oh, no, I don't... Holy crap, I don't need those. Cool. Yep, that is 2 broken katanas, you see. We had a good time with them, but that time has come to an end. Now, while we are tired, if I do go to sleep right now, we'll wake up in the middle of the night, and I hate waking up in the middle of the night. So we're going to read a book until it's late enough for us to sleep. Alright, the light outside just blew. No, I don't have a oven in here. Eventually I'll probably bring in like a antique stove. Right now I'm just using the fire pit outside. We've been mostly living on produce since this character started as obese, so I haven't needed to cook hardly anything. Yep, or a barbecue. We actually know where one is. We used a barbecue for a good while down by the other place, just didn't want to drag it up. Antique stoves are based? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Oh, but I didn't mean to put the cabbage in twice, but it's fine. It doesn't matter.